This episode of Let Your Voice Soar is brought to you by Superior Vocal Health Products. Superior Vocal Health Products can be used individually to suit your exact vocal health needs or as a complete herbal organic vocal health care system to help keep you covered for any issues that may come up. Not only do they help you as a singer or voice professional, but they're great for your overall health, and that says a lot.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 15th episode of Let Your Voice Soar. My name is Alani Stanfill. I'm your vocal coach here at Voice Soaring Studios. Before I start the lesson today, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who've been subscribing to the channel. I've been receiving emails from singers all around the world letting me know how much these exercises and concepts have helped them to develop better breath control, better support, expanded their range, have a greater understanding of the relationship between the chest voice, the middle voice, and the head voice, and how those all-important Italian vowels can help them to open their throat and keep it free from tension. I also receive emails from choir directors who've been telling me they've been integrating these exercises into their choirs, and that is just thrilling. I sing in a choir myself, and I know how important a really good warm-up for a choir is. And lastly, I've been receiving emails from vocal coaches from around the world who are telling me that they're also integrating these exercises into their studios, teaching them to their students, and they're seeing great results. So thank you so very much. So let's get right to today's exercise called preparation for the high note. You know, the way we prepare our voice for a high note has everything to do with how successful that high note is. You know, the high note is not the most important part of a song, but in most songs, it actually is the most climactic part of the song. So we want to make sure that when we're going for that high note, that it is as successful as possible. Now, I've crashed and burned on high notes many times, and it's not fun. It's really embarrassing. And sometimes it can happen just out of the blue where you don't really expect it. You think you're set up for a successful high note, and then you crash and burn. So that's happened to me before. So if it's happened to you, I totally understand and I totally feel for you. So hopefully today's exercise will give you a better understanding of how to set your voice up for a successful high note. Now, a few things that we need to happen for the high note to be successful. We need a steady stream of breath. You know, we've talked about breath a lot in these tutorials. Breath is everything. I talk about it a lot in my instructional DVD. So we need to get the breath going in a steady stream and an energized stream of breath right off the bat. And I like to do scales that actually descend first before they go into the upper register. This helps you to drop some weight off the voice. You know, a lot of times when we have to start at the bottom and we go up the scale, we actually begin to start dragging weight up, and that's something we don't want to do. We don't want to drag weight. We don't want to pull chest up to that high note. We want to be able to balance the voice right off the bat. Now, we're going to be using the 5 Italian vowels E, A, O, and U, but we're going to be putting a BR in front of them like this. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. Can you say that for me? Good. Now let's do this again. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. Excellent. Now, if you can't roll your R's, it's no big deal. Don't stress out about it. There's actually some very good tutorials here on YouTube that will teach you how to roll your R's. I know some people get really stressed out when they can't roll their R's. It's not a big deal. But if you can, all the better, because the rolled R, that helps you to release that breath, and it helps reduce tongue tension. It gets the sound moving right away. So we're going to be singing a descending scale on the sounds bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. Okay, you got that? Now, between each of these notes, you're going to be blowing like you're blowing a candle out twice, like this. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. Let's do that again. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. Now, what that blowing the candle out feeling does is it helps reduce breath pressure. One of the things that we have to avoid when we're going up there to a high note is not taking so much breath pressure up. When we're working against too much breath pressure, the vocal cords have to work twice as hard to hold the breath back. So we want to immediately reduce that breath pressure right away, okay? Now, let's do this together again. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. Then, the next step, when you get to the bottom, you're going to be singing a staccato 5-tone scale on oo and e, like this. Bru, e, bru. Now you'll notice on your description, you see the note, the descending note with 2 slashes. That's where you're going to be blowing that air like you're blowing a candle out, right? When you get to the bottom of the scale, you're going to be singing those staccato notes. Bru, bru. Then you'll notice there's a 9-tone scale, very similar to what we used in the Caruso scale. But this time, you're only going to be singing oo going up and e coming down until you get to the 5th note, and then you're going to change to oo back to e. I know it sounds complicated, but it's really not. Thankfully, you have the description right in front of you. So that last part of the scale is bru, ee, oo, ee. Okay, you got that? Right. The entire exercise is designed to, like I said, help you reduce breath pressure right off the bat. And those bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, that sound is really nice and full and open and slightly forward. And then the staccato, the bru, bru, ee, that helps you to close the chords. So we're setting up the right amount of breath and we're setting up chord closure before we get to the scale. We're only using oo and e going up and coming down because oo and e are nice closed vowels which keep the voice in protection. So it's a little more difficult to make a mistake on oo and e than if we use a, or o, okay? So when you're going up there, bru, ee, oo, ee. That should feel pretty good, actually. It doesn't feel weighted. I know I usually demonstrate these exercises with the girls singing an octave above us, but girls, if you want to come in earlier with the guys, feel free. Otherwise, you can start an octave above us, okay? So the entire exercise goes like this. Let me demonstrate. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, ee, bru, ee, oo, ee. So girls, feel free if you want to start it a little bit lower, then you can come in with the guys, okay? I'll give you an indication when we get there. So here's the exercise. Ready? Okay, here we go. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, ee, bru, ee, oo, ee. Now, let's try this one more time, and then you're going to sing it by yourself just with the piano. Here we go. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, ee, bru, ee, oo, ee. Okay, now it's your turn. Ready? Excellent. Let's move up to the key of D flat. Here we go. Bri, bre, bra, bro, Your turn. Excellent. Now, it's really important that you get the staccato right on the note. That staccato really helps set up the chord closure. And as soon as you get to the bottom, go right into that 9-tone ascending scale. Now, the faster you can do this, by the way, the better. So as we progress, we're going to take the scale a little bit faster. That's going to help you not really think about it. Sometimes I'll pull out a fast scale for my students just so they can sort of get out of their head and not think so much about where they're going. So the faster you can do this scale, the better. It's not designed necessarily to develop speed and agility like we did in one of the previous tutorials, but this will help you to get to the high note easier if you can do it a little bit faster. Now we're in the key of D. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, Your turn. Right, so we're moving a little bit faster. Make sure on those descending notes that you're really feeling like you're blowing that candle out. Now we're in the key of E flat. You ready? Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, Your turn. Nice. You'll notice as you're doing that ascending scale, the breath kind of handles itself after you set it up just right on the bri, bre, bra, bro, bru. The staccato helps to set up the right amount of support just as well as the blowing the candle out exercise does, okay? Now we're in the key of E. You ready? Let's do this together and then you'll sing it by yourself. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, All right, now your turn. Excellent. If you're sitting while you're doing these exercises, you want to make sure, as I've talked about before, that you're sitting nice and tall. You don't want to feel like you're slouching over or that you're too relaxed, because you want to make sure that your body's nice and strong and firm but flexible so that you can support the sound. It's very, very important. You never see a great singer slouching on stage. They always look nice and tall and ready to give you a great performance. Let's take it out. Now we're in the key of F, okay? Make sure that you really keep that breath moving as we go through the scale. Bri, bre, bra, bro, Your turn. Excellent. If this gets too high for you, just drop out. It's not necessary to take the exercise so high if you can't do it comfortably or healthily. That's what I say in every tutorial. But if you are someone who likes to sing high, you should be able to take this exercise up a little higher. As long as you do, like I always say, keep that breath underneath you. Make sure that you're setting that high note up just right. Okay, let's take it up. Now we're in the key of F sharp. Here we go. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, Your turn. Excellent. Here's our last one. Your high note is going to be an A natural. Here we go. Bri, bre, bra, bro, bru, Your turn. Excellent work. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I love the exercise. It really helps you to set up the high note in a beautiful, healthy way. And that is the most important aspect about learning to sing correctly, is to make it healthy. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial, please do not hesitate to write me at jeff@voicesoaring.com, or you can leave a comment in the comment section below. Now, if you're looking for a vocal coach and you're in North Jersey or the New York metropolitan area, I have studios here in West Orange, New Jersey, a studio in Manhattan, and a studio in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Or if you're not in the area, I teach Skype lessons to singers all around the world. And if you're in a time zone that seems like it's really challenging for us to get together, don't worry about it. We'll find a time that works for you. Now, if you haven't picked up your copy of Let Your Voice Soar, you can still order it in hard copy from the website www.voicesoaring.com, and it's always available as a digital download, and both of these are available for 15% off from the website. Now, if you enjoyed the tutorial, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Once again, I'm so thankful that all you guys are subscribing to the channel and you're sharing these videos with your fellow singers, vocal coaches, and choir directors. So until next time, keep singing and let your voice soar.